Well, we'll see. We're live. There we go.
Hello.
Ah, Erin says hello. Hello, hello. So, earlier, Erin and I were speaking. It always gets so deep, and I wish that I had it recorded. And I said, hey, let's not talk anymore until we go live. And Erin had some homework to do. So, in the meantime, for our open, I do want to bring up what we were discussing and where we're going. Then from there, we're going to go into teaching Erin how to pendulum dowse. I've got charts and pendulums and everything. I mean, we got nothing to lack here. And then what I thought would be very interesting is working with some dopey media. See, everybody's tripped out, okay, because you got all these people that are heartbroken that they've been lied to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So where do people get their media? They either get it from the favorite hairdresser magazine in all of the world, the National Enquirer. And of course, when stories break there, they laugh at them and say, what's all bullshit anyhow? That's their immediate response, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit. Now, the Enquirer has brought many stories first. They've broken many stories and they've busted a lot of liars. But it's all in presentation, and this is a magazine form. Then, of course, we have mainstream media, which most people thought was accurate and honest.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then they found out they were being lied to, and now if they listen to us or have another creator that they've figured it out from, most of the media now is a video game format, like we've discussed. And then I was also the one that brought forth the proof of how they've used satellites since 1992 to create news stories or to make you think a reporter is in your town, but they're in a green screen. So we've discussed all that. And then you have this elusive alternative media that I got sucked down the hole of, which I'm fine. And that's where I've been investigating ever since. Because the alternative media, you think all these people that are sick of being lied to would no doubt surely be honest. And then you find out they're the biggest liars of all. Especially if they were in their crisis years, which is 33 to 49, did not burn out their dross, which is their false ego,
Mm-hmm.
and did not do the initiatory work that it takes to do what I do. And so they're pissed.
Because their narrative would be questioned.
Their entire narrative has been questioned and deplatformed.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of the big whoop-de-doos. And so now they cry even harder. Like, for example, I told you CW's stupid. Holds the whole world accountable because Rachel Maddow lied to him. Now,
Really?
yeah, he listened to Rachel Maddow and she lied to him, and that's why he has lost all faith in any journalist. But his real trauma goes back to 2001 with the World Trade Center bombings.
Okay.
That's, they say, what fragmented adult people's reality, whereas you and Ian were just little babies.
I wasn't born yet.
You weren't born on before 9/11?
No, I was born the month after.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ian was born probably 9 months before.
Yeah. 2000.
Mm-hmm. This all goes back to Y2K. A lot of these people back then honestly believed that all the computers were going to crash in 2000 because of some timestamp. That, like the computer can't go to 2000. Oh my God, it's all going to end. But that wasn't the case. And of course, we saw it go on. But we also know that it was, like we talked about, America that first paid India and then China. And we have the book, How the Earth Was Flattened by this global corporatocracy that didn't know their ass from a hole in the ground. It's like playing with a nuke and then you go, oh, fuck, we just melted half of the world. I'm sorry. You know?
Whoops.
Yeah, whoops. We messed up. And then, of course, we have 2012, which there were actually people banking on the world ending. They were counting on it. And then they have the audacity to say nothing happened that brought an end to our world.
Right, because since then, has anything felt real? Like,
And you're young.
you know, I
So,
remember that day.
so that takes you to your 9th or 10th year. Is that where we're at?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, probably 10. Like,
So you were forced to be aware that you were part of the great big world
yeah.
and you were forced to participate in it, right?
Well, we didn't believe it in the household at the time, but that day I was getting my hair done and we were heading home. We went to the laundromat first, and I'm just thinking, oh, the time's just ticking. Because me in my head, I'm like, I kind of believe it a little bit.
That's why you'll hear some of these people say that they're already dead or that we're dead right now
Or that we're already
or in heaven. And that's why this is all going on. Now, I really have to believe that everybody I spend time with and bond with is as alive as I am. And I know I'm alive. You know what I mean? There's been way too many things happen. That's why they might say that I'm dead and don't know it and talking to ghosts.
Mm. Good. I kind of remember Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate.
Tell me about it.
I
And speak
remember-
up, because
Okay, I can't remember what exact year, but there was like this small group of people that were somewhat brainwashed by their leader, almost like in Jonestown. He talked of this spaceship or something that was going to take them all to heaven if they committed suicide at the same time. And
right.
all these people were in the same outfits when they were found covered in blankets, and I can't remember if they poisoned themselves the same way, like it when Jonestown, like the drink, or if they took if they injected themselves. But it was almost surreal. Just seeing the whole scene, just these people laid out peacefully, almost like they went to sleep or something.
Yeah, and so now we're involved in death rituals that are involved in cult behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if a bunch of people lay down and take pills or an injection, can you really call it a blood ritual? And that's something I've wondered. Or if you technically have to actually spill blood. Or is it just a death cult and they suck up the energy? And that's why it really is a big deal about what you believe about the afterlife. Whether you believe you go to heaven or you go to purgatory or you go to hell. And here again, I didn't grow up Catholic, so I never heard of any such place as purgatory. Now that we are in this matrix and we think about everything that's happened, it almost seems to fit into an electronic purgatory. You know, a place where we wait. What the fuck are we waiting for?
I'm getting distracted.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Here, I want to look at the premise of that.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're talking just to not leave you with the worst summary in history.
Good.
So,
Erin's really good at looking up and researching on her phone. And I feel like we all do it differently. Hey, while Erin's doing that, I'm gonna grab my tea. And she is so sweet. She's kind of a shopaholic on the flip side a little bit. You are a little, you know. I mean, I was like that. We all are. I don't really think that makes you a materialist. I think what it is that you want unique things, and that doesn't mean you're a materialist.
I like to share.
Right? You always share. So this little girl, grown woman, is always bringing me tea. Tea is my favorite drink. I like to drink organic tea. I like it jasmine green. I like it white. I like it chocolate. But Erin brings it loose, you know, where you have to use a tea bag. It's very above my social status, let's say, because I'd have to have a trash can full of this and a big tea ball. We have a pitcher of hot tea over here for us. And that was 2 tea balls. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Pass me my tea, would you? We got fruity tea. Thank you, sweetheart. And this is called Sakura Allure. It is good. Flavored green tea.
So what I found was instead of a spaceship, it was centered around the belief of UFOs.
Instead of a spaceship, it was centered around the belief in UFOs. So let's tag the blue chickens and the secret space program. Go ahead.
You want me to read off with the quick summary?
Yeah, as loud as you can.
Okay. So first off, you get a section saying what was Heaven's Gate, and it was a religious group founded in the United States on a belief of unidentified flying objects under a variety of names over the years, including human individual metamorphosis.
Human individual metamorphosis. Go ahead.
And then when you get to the suicide, they, over a few days in late March 1997, they died in shifts, with some members helping each other take a lethal cocktail of phenobarbital
Yeah.
and vodka before downing their own doses of the fatal mixture. And the police found their eerily placid and orderly scene on March 26th.
Can you repeat that word that started human and there was 2 other words after it?
Oh, sure. Human individual metamorphosis.
Hang on. Human individual metamorphosis. All right. And so, of course, these days, they want to call it the ascension. Now, before we went live and when we were in our earlier discussion, one of the things I was explaining to Erin was what had happened online in the last couple weeks. And so when we talk about human individual metamorphosis, what they would call it now and what they would mock or what they would push or sell would be what they call ascension. And so biblically, you know, we wait to this day and the trumpet sounds and all these dead bones come out of the ground like we talked about, and we are transformed and God separates this bone from that bone. And I fully disagree. I do not consent, and I believe it's a crock of shit. So, not that my beliefs matter to anybody else. It's kind of like what I explained to you. Even Joe got very upset by that because in his mind, he can't comprehend that we could actually be alive in these bodies and be transformed. And to me, I find that insane. I mean, if somebody can believe in the devil or if they can believe in God, how the fuck do they know how they're going to be transformed? Every time that pisses me off when I when I work with others in the occult. Okay. I don't want to start bobbing and weaving to Senor Taco here, but of course we're listening to music that was not done back in the day, whether you want to call them Adam ADEM or whether you want to believe positive, like I really do. Whoever you think is Elvis has been hiding in the basement at the White House fucking shit up since back in the day. Isn't that funny? I mean, but doesn't it make a really good Hegelian dialect? You know, the thesis, antithesis, and the synthesis. So you tell me how a good-looking, fertile king does not have a male son. There's your synthesis. Everybody can argue in between. Do you see what I mean? The idea that this man had to hide what they call a bastard, and I can't stand that word. My first daughter was a bastard because I was pregnant when I walked down that dopey aisle. You see what I mean? Doesn't matter if I got hitched afterwards. If anybody knew I was pregnant, you want to get the... You know the cat scratches at the window like we went over.
And I'm saying, excuse me, to Boots like she's a human.
Right. And then you got to say, hey, excuse me, dog. I want to get up and go take care of another animal. That's funny, too.
They're so smart.
Right. And people just have them and call them either their kid or stupid or use them. I don't get when this started happening to animals.
And especially with black cats, too, because I have one. And I don't get why people still believe superstition.
And what's funny is the more religious an individual is, the more superstitious they are.
Yeah.
I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And then they want to act like spiritual is new age? Bullshit. Spirituality was around before the church or the Bible. So, what I need to do is look up a video that's 1,000,000 years old to show Erin. Do you think on your magic search you could go to my channel, Sophia's Emporium, and you want to search for a video that was done in September or October of 2016.
Okay.
And the name that's involved in it would be Chris, Chris, Keller.
Chris Keller.
Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't work with pendulum dowsing. He works with these big metal tools. And he likes to talk about the reptilian in you. Or if the Archon's got a hold of you. Or whatever. And of course, for some money, he can remove it. And I'm not saying we don't deserve to earn money. I didn't say that not one damn time. I've been pushing for small business and sensibility in bringing small businesses back. I don't know why that's got to be such a terrible thought in people's heads. I mean, I know they don't want what they call a universal wage, you know, which is where somebody's lazy ass just sits at home and collects a check. They want to work and have some kind of thing that's fulfilling.
Right. Is it other one?
You are so good. You're so good. So, if you guys want a video that I did a long time ago, because we're not living in the past, I'll type it in. It's called Pendulum Dowsing with Sophia's Emporium. And that has a big whopping 48 views 3 years ago. So see these bitches that act like all I talk about is fucking CW stupid or hollering out some scammer. You can see how full of shit they are. I actually started out with holistic videos and bringing things forward like busting our government, putting the God gene virus on the people of Afghanistan.
And magnesium therapy.
Oh my God, the magnesium is fantastic and everybody overlooks it. And then all the bitches are selling it. And that's how my game went down. This is January 15th. January the flippin' 15th, 2017. The more videos I make, the more buried they become. You get that. So, oh, that's my own self all oranged out there. Isn't that interesting?
What does that mean?
Yeah, I've never really seen it that way. They don't usually do that to me. I'm zipping through this. This is one of the shows I did on Sophia's Emporium. And I'm going to bring you up a video. Let me just switch some things over here. That way everybody can see it. And it's a precursor to us dowsing today. Now, what you're going to see is elaborate, simple dowsing. And the biggest, most important idea that I want to bring forward to you and to whomever watches this in the future would be the idea that they do too know how to clean up the water. Anybody that tells you they don't is a damn liar. I brought forward 3 different ways of cleaning up the water. And so this is cleaning up the water, and it's about dowsing, and you'll see it on this screen.
Oh, let me make sure. Can you hear it or is the audio?
Oh, here, you do that before because I didn't hear any audio.
Okay.
We'll watch a little video, and then we'll do some dowsing. He's lonesome from now on because some gal left it. See, this is when they got the amnesia from the war in the heavens. Everybody got knocked out. They don't have no clue who they are, and they're blaming everybody else.
You can turn it
Where's your volume?
So when you hold it straight up, it'll be other way.
Good afternoon, Erin. Hey, Erin, how you doing there?
I was talking to her.
I didn't do it.
There you go.
I am so computer illiterate. It's ridiculous.
My virtual
Did you turn it up?
Yes.
Okay. Here you go. Right here.
Raymond Grace, you'd still call yourself a dowser, wouldn't you? Well, now.
Sorry, Erin. God, I'm sorry. This is Walt Woods, the old man in the cowboy hat. He is the do-all, end-all when it comes to dowsing. Damn it.
The workshop on body intelligence. There's something about us that brings memory forward, right? There's something about us that even something from a past life or ages ago might still be effective. It's true. Well, I believe that's true. Yes. This is the way that I started up doing something that 10 years ago last month. My buddy Jeff Jones and I worked together rather closely. We exchanged ideas with each other. One day we were talking about water. Water has been one of my major things, cleaning up water in the world. By the way, Bob, the last count, that's been 2 years ago when you and I were down in conference, we had at that time reached 142 So, when I see second principle upon which my work is based is energy is impressed upon matter. Well, thoughts are actions of energy and water is matter. And I got to thinking that all of the atrocities, the starvation, the war, butchering of people, has been impressed more important thing. Those human beings have got a very good track record of being kind. You can read the Bible and most of the Old Testament is about war and butchering and people killing each other and enslaving each other and all that.
Specialized crew.
A lot of this
Easy.
suffering has been
And every time
expressed
somebody did it for some son of a bitch,
energy being
they set
expressed
off poison somewhere else. So you have to have small
boundaries
teams
are made
on every river doing the work at
so
once.
I use my dowsing check
Like all of
the effect
And until we got this global
negative
warming,
energy in the water.
which surely wasn't like,
Dr. Emoto told me
there'd be a chance in
that
hell
70%
to get somebody to clean up a river on the other side of the planet at the same
get below
time.
50%
We're
water
cleaning up the muddy Mississippi. You
So
know,
you're right about that. We are a water.
it's like the air. The
Then I
alchemy all has to be done at
have
once
much of the water
globally
in my
with
mouth
proper
has
intent,
been impressed
and it will
and
transform.
affected by the actions
Yeah.
of people.
This dude spent his whole life.
And the only way I knew to come up with an answer was just with the doubt. Because if we know how to ask
There's
questions,
people that have studied with him.
Asking the right questions.
They have actual
Trust in
clinical
what's the
studies.
effect of a negative memory of water in my
Right.
body?
Negative water,
And
memory
I
and
got
water,
that it was mildly negative.
going back to the noting cards.
And I think
Right.
it'd be different for
There's your pendulum.
well, yeah, I guess think about this. We decided, okay,
No. Yeah, man, I don't know.
negative
I'm not sure.
No.
This is 3 years ago. I've done so much work.
paraphrase how we did this. But what happened? Our bodies started going into detox.
It's
We
his
were not
words.
traveling together.
And if somebody can't
We're staying in touch with
tell the
one of the
difference
first things that happened,
in honest words
we started
versus fake words, that is my problem. It's not your problem. Look at him there. He's kind of like Willie Nelson. You know, the long hair, the blue jeans. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Very healthy
So,
man, full of life.
Terrible body over.
Let me see if I can pull
Neither
him
the
up
travel
right
better
here.
too much. The other thing that not have any effect at all. And then we got these memories. Our plan was to remove the negative memory from the water in our body. And that's the way it came out. There's something called surface tension. Now I'll give you the scientific definition of surface tension is the amount of pressure required to penetrate 1 centimeter of water. Now
Stop.
I'll give you a hillbilly definition. You've seen a leaf
Better
with
knock it
a
off.
bucket of water. That's because the leaf does not
Stick
break
to
the
the top of the
surface.
search.
But if you were to take while the detergent or some of it in the water under the leaf will sink down. So detergent over the surface tension of water. So we have we did. We lowered the surface tension of the water in our bodies in order to allow it to release all the negative energy. And this process went on for that. And according to the best dowsers in America that we can get to help us out on this, the surface tension of the water in our bodies dropped. I haven't been able to get any scientific
I think it said
evidence
1961
of the surface tension.
that he would have picked up great work. The great work is your dharma. It's what you give your life to. They write books about that and alchemy as well. There's the chart we'll be working with today. See, they're basically giving you the overview. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, we're going to get you right into it. I just don't like to cut somebody off in mid-sentence, you know.
Yeah.
One word.
What would I do?
Right.
Okay, now I don't know a lot about this. There's a lot of things going on out there in the world that we might or might not be dealing with. I don't like saying we can't do anything. Pratt, and I have worked on it. Now, what we have done
tea?
Matter of fact, I just did this morning on the way up here. I have a new client up in Boston, and I said, "How is your water? What kind of water do you have? You know, I buy bottled water." She said, "This water here doesn't taste good." Well, city water, for the most part, is not
They're
very
talking
good.
about
They
city
all
water versus well water.
That doesn't mean it's
Different water types now.
water has a spirit, but most water, especially commercial water, does not have the spirit of water. What I learned is that the greed
And
in
you know,
water
poisoning has been
is
an
being
art
sold mostly for greed.
since the very
Yeah.
early
The
days.
spirit of the water will be there. The spirit of water will not stay for greed. I'm pretty much convinced
Poisoning
myself
water
that
supplies,
in the
food and
last
drink.
10, 15 years.
Always been.
So I talked to this girl for a few minutes and I said, "Well, go to the kitchen."
It's always been.
And
Clear poisons are the best.
Ones you can't see.
Yep, odorless, tasteless. And that's why a lot of people have used poisons that taste sweet, like antifreeze.
There's more of you than there is of me.
You put that in some sweet ready-made tea. You see what I mean?
To learn about this, what I'm
Next thing you know,
giving
your
out
father's
here
dying
today is cutting edge information
at the
that I've
hands
never
of
yet
my
not
mom.
recorded or written it.
I've spoke up so long on this kind of shit.
Something the world really needed to know.
So, okay,
In
what he's
order to
doing
do
is he is showing the actual kit or setup or learning tools, whatever it was Walt was doing. I do apologize for the audio being so low. We do have some louder audio, but we'll come across that later. Erin is ready to begin, and I'd like her to begin before the boys get home because sometimes it's a little distracting. So here's what we have, Erin. We have directions. We have Inquirer magazines with top stories. And you're just going to learn how to do a simple yes or no. You don't got to figure things out for the whole damn world. You're just learning for yourself today. You don't have to do anything big. When people look at dowsing, what gets on my nerves is they look at it like playing with a deck of tarot cards or working with a Ouija board. And it's stupid because this is not magic. This is science. The most important thing is that you have to remember, if you want to ever be a good dowser, you have to let go of all your preconceived notions, because 30% has always been a placebo effect, remember?
Right.
Okay, so if you believe the pill's going to help, the pill's going to help. It's the same with dowsing. So if you go into it thinking that you could control it, 30% of it would be that. Or if you thought you could manipulate energy, 30% would be that. If someone needed your help and they asked you a question and you had a preconceived notion about the question they're asking, 30% of it will be placebo. So that's what you always have to remember when you get into something as technical as dowsing. And I know people find that amusing, but that's why we have a polluted world. If anybody believed in this, we could clean up our earth. And like I said, Walt believes. He's trained hundreds of people. But if you always got somebody poking the bear and attacking another stream, and then people sucking energy out of you saying, bitch, work. It's like, well, why should I? I mean, why should I when nobody cares?
Right.
The only answer is, and this is what Walt knows, Walt's not doing this for the lukewarm. He's doing it for the people that actually believe, and he will give his energy to them. That's kind of like me. If I love unconditionally, they want to know why I won't love these people that have cast spells on me. I should love them unconditionally too. What the fuck? Well, that's just stupid. You have to choose when and how and where you will use your energy. All right, we have to switch places.
Okay.
And then you're going to come down here. I'm going to go to the forefront, I'll hold up some charts and read some things. In the meantime, what I want you to do is pick out which pendulum you want to be yours forever. So let me go over how to hold this for you first.
Okay.
Okay? I'm just going to pick up this one. I'm picking up a natural stone dowse, a pendulum dowse. Wherever you're going to do this, you have to have a steady hand. A lot of people shake. You know what I mean? They get nervous.
Mhm.
They got some kind of disorder, whatever it is. You have to be calm. You have to be steady. So if your elbow has a good place and you don't have so much chain, see, they give it to you this long. But what most people do is they put it over their finger like this. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
Doing something like this, you have less control because your index or your middle finger and your thumb are holding on to this little itty bitty ball and trying to do work. So here again, we're back to the position. Now, if you rest your ring finger on this chain, you're fucking with the results because now you're slowing things down. So you can't do that either. You have to have proper, however it chooses to be for you. It must be proper. See, like right now, I can do it like this. It doesn't matter how you do it, but you got to know a few basic things. So I'm going to go up front, and you play with all of these. Um, Something like this is really nice because it's heavy. I'm not trying to push you to any decision that you make, but if this is going to be your first pendulum that you ever own, you want to maybe be able to use it inside or outside. And
Mhm.
if it is lightweight like this, I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah, it is. I was looking at it.
You can hang it in your car, which is fine. It's going to be yours. There's not going to ever be a wrong answer. But you see all this action. You see that movement?
Mhm.
Now, let's say you wanted to go outside and find your grandmother's lost ring that you lost out in the garden. Well, you ain't going to find it with this. The wind's going to be blowing. Where's my shit? You'll never find it.
You need
So-
some weight to it.
I think that it's good, especially for a new dowser, to have something with weight. But it's up to you. Completely up to you. Okay, so I'm going to read this piece of paper real quick for everybody while Erin looks at pendulums and she's under no need to move quickly. Number 1, holding the pendulum. Hold the pendulum chain, like a grain of rice between your thumb and first finger. Hold about 1 to 3 inches of the chain. Try not to hold the top. However, whatever length is comfortable for you is the right way. Place your elbow on the tabletop and lower the bob to approximately 1 inch over the center of your chart. Now, this, my dear, is your chart. I'll be bringing the charts up to show this when we switch roles. Okay, programming. With the pendulum bob over the center of the yes-no chart, start swinging the pendulum over yes direction and say out loud, quote, "The following program is to be continually in effect until I choose to make changes. Every time the pendulum swings in this direction, it will indicate a yes answer." Let me look at this real quick. There you go. Okay. See, there's 2 sides to the chart.
Oh, okay.
So you can see that here is a direct no and here is a yes.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is degrees and percentages. And we have a very extensive chart on what you can douse too. But you're still playing around and working with pendulums. We're moving down the directions. Stop swinging the pendulum. Now, personally, I don't swing the pendulum like pushing a kid on a swing.
Mm-hmm.
Swing just means you let the motion start, directing it towards yes, so you can see where it is. Okay, then it says stop swinging the pendulum. Now, swing the pendulum over the no direction. In quotes, every time the pendulum swings in this direction, it will indicate a no answer. Stop swinging the pendulum. Swing the pendulum over ready position.
Ooh, where's that?
Ready is right here on the firing line,
Okay, that's right.
direct in the center. Okay. Every time the pendulum swings in this direction, it will indicate ready to ask a question. If it continues to swing in this direction, it will indicate maybe. End of program. Thank you. So that means that every time that you are going to work with this, you always want to remember to thank the natural unseen forces.
Okay.
Right, right. You have now set up a code between your conscious and your subconscious. The subconscious is the gateway to all of your communication using the pendulum. Check your programming, ask your name correctly and incorrectly. Repeat step 2 until you get accurate answers. So, for example, if I said my name was Tina Pratt, that would be a wrong way to say my name.
Mm-hmm.
If I said my name was Suze Pratt, that would be correct. If it was Susanna, correct. Susan, correct. If I say Susanna Glasscock, it will be correct. It's my name. So you want to be thinking about some fake names for yourself here, real quick, because that's going to be your next exercise. I want you to come up with a couple fake names that you're going to use and a couple real names that you're going to use. 2 of each would be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and work with that, and I'll step out of the way.
So I can just start saying it.
Yeah, we're
Fake
ready.
names.
We're ready for a question.
Okay.
So get on your center point.
Is my name Emily?
Do you have a last name, Emily?
Emily Stroud. It's kind of swinging towards no, I think.
Yes, it is.
Is my name Erica Stroud?
Why aren't you moving much is the question. And I don't have an answer. You'll do it, then I'll do it. And then, but you keep going. This is the first time you've ever done it, and you're in front of a virtual audience that may or may not ever see.
So I'm moving, right?
I think that you have not enough chain available. I think you have it at about 2.5 inches. Now you're at about 2.
Okay.
So let's try it again.
And another thing is my sister's name is Erica Stroud. So
Tag it.
yeah. Another fake name. Well, is my name Susanna Pratt?
There you go. But don't ask.
Say it.
My name is Susanna Pratt.
Okay. All right. My name is Susanna Pratt.
See it moving?
Mm-hmm. It's going about 80.
Yeah. And that's no. Your name's not Susanna. Yeah. And then let it calm down, let you calm down because you don't have to jump fast in any of this, and we're together right now. And this isn't for anybody's entertainment, it's for your knowledge. So next time you're ready,
Ask a new question.
say, My name is Jacqueline Stroud, and see if it goes towards yes when you're ready.
That's my middle name, though. Should I go by that?
I think you are being over analytical like Ian does when he needs to do a simple thing.
All right. My name is Jacqueline Stroud.
You're not moving. Why haven't you used Erin yet? I call you Erin. I'm not trying to give you shit.
Because it is my name,
Which one?
Erin.
And do you expect the pendulum to not know that?
I don't know.
It's funny, isn't it? This is your 30% playing out. If I, as the instructor, had to give a reason, switch me places.
All right.
Dadgummit. I want you to stand where I'm at. And you keep a hold of your pendulum.
Alright.
And you're on step 3, asking questions. Read. No, you don't have to be off.
Okay.
Just read.
Ask questions while the pendulum is swinging in the ready position. Ask yes or no questions. The pendulum will slowly move to the answer position. Ask permission, optional. Dowsers always ask, may I, can I, should I, and declare all answers to be in your highest good at the beginning of all sessions. You can use this as a program to start sessions. May I means, do I have permission? Can I means, do I have the ability to successfully use the pendulum for this domain of information? Should I means considering all aspects related to this situation will be proper, appropriate, and suitable for me to learn information in this area. Do not assume questions can be answered from what you are thinking or meaning. The subconscious, that's supposed to be subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the subconscious uses the opposite logic system, deductive, than our conscious mind, inductive. The subconscious takes everything literally. Ask specific questions, no cliches.
Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is get my place and get centered. You'll notice that that ring wasn't balanced when I started.
Mm.
So, I'd like to begin a session. You see how it's going right over our asking for question and it's going in circles
Without you moving.
without me doing a damn thing.
Okay.
All right. May I, can I, should I be allowed to show people how to douse properly? What's happening, Erin?
Moving towards yes.
A simple full yes, right?
Now, are you moving or anything?
Look at my hand. I mean, you critique me.
Can you ask something that you know might be a no answer?
Sure. That's a trick one, isn't it, number 1? Is my name Elvis Aaron Presley? What's going on, Erin?
It's like it's going towards no.
That's right. Okay. Get down.
Got some interference.
Leave her alone. Leave the babies alone. These cats are 10 years old. No. Okay,
What a sweetie.
real quick. I'd like to ask one more question before we get into it. which is my name. Short, sweet, simple. My name is Susanna Bernadine Pratt. Okay. I won't look down. I'll look at the camera. You'll be watching the Dows.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can go ahead and just sit back down.
This is fun.
It is. It's very interesting. And it's so simple, but it's so intricate. So the chart that Erin and I did our basic work on is this chart right here. And of course, it's a multi-purpose form. We have the non-beneficial or negative side here to the left, the beneficial or positive side to the right.
Mhm.
And let's take in the intensity of what's going on here. We have levels of yes and no on the non-beneficial or negative side. See the degrees?
Yes.
And then we see the full no, where the no is, and we hit the number 300. Then we have a red flag directly underneath full no, right there
Mhm.
at 28 and a
I
half.
actually didn't notice that at first.
It's pretty deep. And then we have at 265, incomplete question. Now, most people give incomplete questions. So you really have to, when you get into this as a practice, that's why they want you to early on learn how to ask a complete question in a sentence.
What would be an example of an incomplete question?
An incomplete question would be, am I healthy? Because you can do every major organ in your body. And I'll do something that's pretty wild on you in a minute, if you let me. Then below incomplete question, we have other information available at 235.
Mhm.
Now on the right hand side, are ready for question. See our center again? See ready for
Yeah.
question?
Mhm.
So it will either go circle like you saw it do with me, or you will see it go back and forth towards ready for question. And then below that, we have increasingly forceful yes. So on the right hand side of the chart, you see right in here, increasingly forceful yes, located between 60 and 70, reaching down to 100 on the chart, which is very strongly emphasized. So, very strong. And I'll go ahead and hold that up.
I gotta get one of this chart.
Well, you'll be able to copy it from me
Okay.
for free. Okay. For free. I've given hundreds of these out over my career. I mean, it's not a big deal. You could also take a screenshot on your phone, which I would suggest, and then you always have it with you.
I can do it from my phone.
Hell yes.
Alright.
Yes, you can. The better you get. I mean, it's a smaller space, right?
Mhm.
I mean, this is comfortable.
Right.
It's a legal size piece of paper. On your phone is a little bit different. Okay, now let's cover the last quarter of the chart. We have a W with a circle, and that would be outside of your vocabulary. So, if you're asking about the spirit world, or if you're asking about non physical astral entities, you could see how that would fit into outside your vocabulary. Or let's say that you were asking for a chemical analysis on one of your organs. You might not be able to pronounce a medical term. It'd be outside of your vocabulary. And then right below outside of your vocabulary, there's interference. Directly underneath it, which is pretty telltale. See, most people never work with these charts. They get enough of taking a pregnant woman and laying her down and putting that over their stomach and saying, is it a boy or a girl? See, that's simple. That's a simple Simon, which there's nothing wrong with. Yeah, yeah, exactly. This chart was drawn by a guy named Clayton Smith and designed by Walt Woods. Now, down here at the bottom, under the interference, we have information not available. And there is some information in the universe that is not available. Or let's say you're in the middle of a treatment. Like, let's say somebody's in the middle of chemo and they want to know, is their cancer gone?
Right.
Okay, that'd be a perfect information not available.
Or holding it over a person and asking what their lifespan is.
Oh, one of the most blasphemous things to ever ask.
Mm.
When will I die? One of the most ignorant, the ones that all of these witches and goblins and esotericists and all that. Anything that somebody is asking you that's negative, you're not supposed to engage in.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to give them an answer. You should have seen this crazy bitch this morning I was watching. The spirit world kept telling her, you can't have no more information. And her dumb ass kept pushing and pushing. And it was not a game.
Who was she?
Well, it's just somebody that I'm scoping out so the network knows who she is.
Okay.
I don't give a shit who this woman is. I've seen her twice. And she knew I was there the first time, and she knew I was there today. It's about your frequency. Dinkus! Play the piano or something.
She working outside.
Yes. Okay. So that's the first side of the chart. And I'm going to show you the multi-purpose form, the other side of it. This all gets into, oh, hey, I must be silly, man. This is the same chart. I just taped them back to back so nobody'd have to look at any blank paper. All right. We've been over the chart. Now here is 100 interesting things that you could douse about. And I'll give you this chart. So put that in your clipboard or on your table, and you can get comfortable however you want. I'll take my phone. Thanks. Okay. Over 100 interesting areas to explore on yourself. Directions. With your pendulum reading in effects, normal, mild, strong, use the 2 questions on any or all areas below. If not already programmed, see pages 4 to 16 about the instructions. See, we actually have a way bigger field of knowledge to work with than just all of this. But we did follow all the directions. Now, the only thing we didn't do for you is ask permission. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you go again later, that will be the first thing that you will change in your experiment. Not right now.
Okay.
Right. Okay. 2 suggested questions after you ask. May I, can I, should I douse interesting areas on myself? Question 1. What is the level and effects for my overall average condition?
What?
I mean, this is a question. Like remember I told you an incomplete question would be, am I healthy?
Mm-hmm.
What is the level and effects for my overall average condition? Now we're into some serious stuff and we're working with that outer wheel with the words on it. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, we're going to get you knowing this like the back of your hand before you ever go there.
Oh, by the way, did I tell you I got an astral reading?
No.
Yeah, I have the whole thing recorded just for later. I just
Good.
wanted to bring that up. Yeah,
Very exciting.
that was.
Good. I'm very interested in it. I mean, I can hear it and everything.
Yeah, it's voice memo. So yeah, you
Yeah,
just listen
they
to
do them on tapes.
Yeah, she let me do it on my phone.
Nice. I've had one done by a woman that I really trust here in St. Louis in Westport Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Jean Walters Lucy. How about that for a name? I know. And she's very clinical. When you go in her office, she has diplomas all over the wall. Not boogie boogie psychic come into my beads and my crystals and sit down and let me freak you out. It's kind of like more like going to a psychologist. It's an office.
Mm-hmm.
It is a professional flipping office. Years ago when I had it done, back when I was leaving Tim, it was $95 for an hour. It's serious business. She takes her career that clinically serious. And she's good. And back in the day, of course, you would get a cassette tape. You know, she'd do the reading. Yeah. And she'd give you a cassette tape of the session. And I still have it. It never was converted to CD or anything like that. It's always great if you have a consultation with someone like you did, where they actually allow you to record it. Gain more information. Like you might listen to it a couple months later and go, wow, now I see what she was talking about. A lot of the time there's blockage to some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too much. But I'll tell you what, she's not one of those women that would give you some kind of negative answer to drain more energy or money.
Right, I get that.
Yeah, that is a blaspheme to our divine creator God.
Right, like the woman I did it with, she seemed very sincere with what she was saying and not like looking for stuff she could go off of based off of my looks or like what I had in my hand. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll counter people, they'll see you have like a wedding ring, and they're like, okay, here's something about your marriage.
Right. And that's why they claim that so many seers manipulate, because they will look for the obvious on your body. They'll scan you, and they'll hit you with something like that to open you up. Or like another woman who I can't even believe they really believe it's her. I mean, she should be over 90 years old now and not even looking like herself. But, when she makes her statement, immediately after the statement, she'll say, yeah. That's called leading the witness, counselor.
Oh, yeah. See if you'll, yeah.
Right. And these are interrogation methods that have used by psychologists, by military, by anyone that wants to show their power to you. And then you have to ask, what are you doing with your power over me there, Big Daddy? You know what I mean? What are you doing? Okay. The next question would be, what is the level and effects for my most harmful condition anywhere within my total being? So say in Chris Keller's thing, he scanned my actual physicality, but he did all his work Astral. My dad was trapped in my astral field. So now, we go back to that story, which I never did finish. Okay. Conditions program is to become part of and work with all my dowsing programs and to be continually in effect until I choose to make changes. The response is to be for the level of effects or yes or no on conditions, circumstances, situations, influences, and all other areas as compared to the average person in average health of my age and peer group. These effects may be singular or in combinations, continuous or intermittent, for levels or amounts from subtle though very strong. They may be anywhere within my total being, covering the time period, starting with my now and including the previous 24 hours. The response is to consider other influences or conditions which may not be linked for each area. So in the number 1, these are the categories. Meridians, which is your acupuncture points and related energy fields. That's A. B is your aura, centering energy levels, leaks, weakened areas, holes, and faults. C. Color balance, chakras, auras, energy fields, infrared, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, or UV. Energies, love, vital forces, life energies, prana, chi, yin yang, emotional, karma, and earth. Noxious energies, in the home, workplace, other living quarters. F, vitamins, C, B's, pantothenic acid, and etc. G, minerals, calcium and other allied minerals, etc. F, body balance, oxygen, salts, fluids, sugars, nutrition, energies, sleep, and rest. Under number 2, we begin with the mind, energies, force, function, controllability, stress, stability, and communications. B, emotional, level, hormone influence, environment, substance effect, food, medications, etc. C, attitude and images, about health, life, people, society, world, self, success, and failure. D, patterns, mindsets, habits, traits, culture, genetic, astral influence, and past lives. First, it was like she was growling and snoring at once. Now, animals are the first ones to pick up energies or spirits in a room, right?
Yeah.
Right.
She doesn't like something.
She doesn't like what's going on outside next door at that house. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Nervous system, energies, stress, defects, and genetic. Clashing, personalities, vibrations, oppression, and environment. Sapping, I think that's zapping, but they have an S. Sapping. Oh no, it's like in a tree. When they stick they stick that screwdriver or whatever it is in a tree, and then the sap comes out, right? Sapping.
Yeah.
Okay, sapping.
And maybe sus-conscious is a thing too.
Huh.
Because it says sus-conscious and then it says subconscious. That's where I got confused.
And they're two different things.
Yeah. I don't know what a sus-conscious is.
You think you can find it on your phone?
Yeah.
All right. Past lives, reincarnation, residual effects, entanglements, attachments, and karma. Spiritual entities, possessing, interfering, aura, vicinity, often, occasionally. Other influences, internal, external, psychic mind, familiars, attachments, entanglements, subphysical astral, spiritual entities, karma, and environment. Last off, we have K, shielding, physical, mental, psychic, astral, spiritual, aura, and other types of shielding intended to protect us from undesirable influences, energies, forces, etc., and to allow for beneficial input. Under 3, we begin with ions and electrolytes, internal and external, amino acids, balance and levels, acid alkali, balance and levels, toxins, internal and external, infections, all types, physical, astral, spiritual, psychic, mind, and others, including fungi, yeast, bacteria, etc. Allergies from any cause or reason, animal, plant, chemical, mind, psychic, etc. Systems, immune defense, healing, rebuilding, hormone, enzyme, coenzyme, food processing, nutritional and essence conversion, internal communication systems, and others. Organs, heart, liver, spleen, pancreas, bowel, stomach, lungs, eyes, hearing, skin, and others. Then we have pain, physical, mental, psychic, spiritual, astral, and warning. Then we have pressures, blood, mechanical, gross, and nerves. And under 4, we have others, areas known or unknown to me, which are outside my vocabulary. At the bottom it says other names or times may be substituted inside the by a simple request, and then you end your program. Very important. This information is intuitive or dowsing impressions, not scientific data. Do you know why he says that at the end? So he cannot be sued. Why is he going to take the blame for everybody else's mistakes? Because here you can douse anything on your internal or external being. But here again, if you're fucked up and your placebo is running the game instead of your mind being clear.
Mhm.
So a lot of times people will do a short meditation before they ever douse. Just to get the other stuff out. It would be like,
Makes sense.
yeah, it would be like if you're going to go have a reading with a reader, whoever it is, that you wouldn't want to be focused on the fight you had yesterday.
Right.
Right, because they're going to pick that up. Kind of like the wedding ring. And they're going to take off running. But you're living a new day. You're not supposed to be focused on the negative in the background. You're going to the reading to be edified or to get something positive, get a message. So it's like 2 different things in the end. And here again, it's like when you take a vitamin. Let's talk about loopholes again. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and you do it on your own accord. So if you don't know how to take a supplement, and it's a supplement that you need to take food with and you don't, well, why is it going to give anybody any health benefit? See what I mean? So there's a lot of specifics. Now, like dicking around with these magazines. is not worthy of the chart that we just read off. You know what I mean? It just really isn't. This is a front and back too. So if you want, in the other room, there's a letter opener. Yeah, I double sticky tape these. So see, I can pull one apart from the other, so you can have one.
Okay.
You don't even have to worry about making a copy, but I still think that you should take the pictures on your phone. We get a letter opener, and you can have your own for today. Yeah. So get and look at the print. Flip that over. See how shitty the print is on that one? Where it bled. Yeah. So of course get your good side of the shot. All right. So we've gone over, let's call it the rules and regulations of doing a proper douse. And like I said, whether you're working with any kind of esoteric tool, there are always precursors to these things that you have to at least take into your heart before you play with the boogie boogie. You know, science and magic are so closely related that people don't have a clue. They just don't know how God created the heavens and earth. Okay. And that's why I always tell people, you know, when it comes time that you get to ask that question, you probably don't want to scream in their ear and ask them for their autograph.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Ask that question that's been burning inside of you all your life. Kind of like I've said publicly into the universe, obviously, which would be, if I haven't done my job good enough, or if I've been a liar or anything, whether it's the devil or whether it's God Almighty, I do expect an answer. I do want to be talked to. I want to be told where I fell short in my job, because even though everybody has plagiarized it and mocked it and tried to shut it down all the way up to the government, their own selves, well, this is my eternity. And nobody's got any business fucking sticking their dick in it or pissing in my Cheerios. They ought to be focused on their own. And that's why I'm kind of a bitch. So, can you get back on your phone?
Sure.
And, oh no. Get on your phone and play me something I'm not going to get in trouble for. Go to Rare Elvis. Because that is not Elvis. Dadgummit. And if it is, somebody pumped it into something else.
Have
Okay.
you seen Elvis Presley not acting right?
Well, you got to play something that they're going to be able to hear in the background, because the screen will be showing you and me. I'm jumping somewhere else and they're staying with us.
Well, no, I was asking if you'd already seen this one. That was one of the first ones.
Oh, where he goes buck ass wild? Yeah, go ahead and play that one. That's great.
Okay.
Turn it up.
So I like it, boys. What made you decide to come to Texas? Oh, well, to tell you the truth, I started out here in Texas. I think the first shows that I worked was down here in Houston. Remember what locations you worked here in Texas? Well, I worked Houston, I worked Corpus Christi. Every little town here, Longview, man, you name it, I've been there. Really, I've been all over Texas. What do you think of Texas? I like it. Elvis, can you enjoy it? I understand all the big games like Las Vegas, etc. The reason why you select lifestyle show. Well, they asked me to do it, and I was anxious to do some live appearances. I haven't.
Yeah, I want a live appearance. Other people have seen him, and I don't get to see him. Piss me off. He's scared to meet me. We've had other lifetimes together, they claim. I don't doubt it either.
I think the overall thing is improved. The overall sounds improved to me.
And I'd like somebody to prove me wrong if they think it's so stupid.
It's according to the songs. It's according to the songs.
So there's a video right underneath it. I was wondering if you've seen that one either. I looked it up.
That's the doppelganger shapeshifter. This is the Sandro side. This is the dark-haired beast. I call him Hell Beast. He's not the blonde one from Europe.
Better than the ones I made before. Excuse me, I can't take this fresh air. I'm used to the garbage can at the International Hotel.
The International Hotel is his. I'm still working on that with people. They thought he just sang there like some fucking wash boy or some crap. I don't know what they thought.
An 8mm Walt Disney special we're doing next year. I don't know. There's nothing as far as I know. But even look at it'll be the type of stuff that I do. It's a mixture of things.
Here it is. I got it.
Rock, country western. Yeah, it's the same type of thing. But a different type of song. So I just hope I put on a good show, man. I can't get them out of Nashville, man. They got stuck in Nashville. And, they make so much money, and they do so well in Nashville. You can't get them out of there.
Oh, shoot. There.
I think it's fantastic. You see, country music was always a part of the influence of my type of music.
And tag them kicking up that Grand Old Opry that I didn't
Country music
request
and rhythm and blues.
when I was live streaming on Facebook.
As a child, I was influenced by all that. You consider yourself basically a country music singer? I would like to say strictly country because of the fact that
Now we have iced tea.
I liked all different
Yeah.
types of music when I was a child.
Yeah, it converts. Or it can be reheated.
First thing I ever heard, probably. But I like the blues and I like the gospel music, gospel quartets. You ever buy those old records from Sun Labels? They sound funny.
He laughs about the Sun Record recordings. Tag it. That's the first one that tried to
But that's what I mean. I think the overall
grab
sound-
his soul. What do you mean, Sue's what? Oh,
I think it was
oh,
the,
Sue's what?
the-
We'll be checking you out,
the
biatch.
live audience I was missing.
Yeah. How many more minutes on?
It was always tough. I enjoyed it. I
4
enjoyed it.
minutes and 21 seconds.
All right. We'll let him talk his game.
He's drinking somewhere. Ask him. I don't know. Hey, what are you up to?
You don't want to fuck with the king of whoop-de-doo.
He is acting a little weird.
This
Like
one
a lot of
is
face wiping.
right. This is Adam. This is Adam. This is the guy in 2000, 2005, 2007, 2010. I don't know if they regenerated Elvis. I don't know if he was freeze dried or frozen. Right. They're coming to get him.
I don't know. I think that you have to see the show. It's difficult to tell.
Where is the show, Adam?
I don't feel any different.
You don't.
I don't think the dress has much to do with it. I got the idea from a karate suit. I studied karate for a long time.
He better not show up in a dress.
What can you do for relaxation? Karate. If you can relax doing this, I don't know. No, I read a lot. Horseback riding.
Tag Sagittarius.
Memphis. About half the time. Half the time in LA. The show you have back.
One has a house in California.
I'd like to. Special one to try a couple of them. See if it works.
Tag that to the Australia fires. They just told me. He just wants to give him a good show. And behind the scenes, they've been seeing it.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Vancouver, Canada, when it crowned the Cotton Bowl in Dallas.
The Cotton Bowl?
He's making fun. He is not Colonel Tom's slave. They think I'm talking to a fucking dead dude. That's 8 up.
Yes, I have. I did.
The ghetto.
Yeah, he's from the ghetto. He's a poor black child. So am I.
He's from Tupelo, Mississippi.
They say.
Tupelo.
They say. But keep in mind, the whole script was written for that entire family. And that's what I've been trying to explain to people. The whole conspiracy theory with Elvis Presley that the government is too damn embarrassed to deal with. They wrote a script on that family. They decided what he was going to do when he was a kid. Well,
It's like with the Jackson 5.
it's just like with Michael Jackson and everybody else. Kind of like Kobe Bryant. What the hell happened to Kobe? So let's talk about that real quick before we go to our next video. I wanted to put it in the title and I thought, nah, not going to do it. Okay, so let me tell you a story. It's for real.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the other night on Twitter, they were showing the live of the pre-party for the Grammys. So I'm watching the live, the red carpet. Well, it's like any of these stupid video game formats that they've been pumping fake bullshit out of. Outside, you see real people exiting limos. You know, fixing their shit and doing their deal, and they're ready to go. When you get inside and you're in the hallway before you go in, that was a damn video game. Just like in the impeachment, there's real people in that stupid fucking room. They got a video game going outside. And the whole thing is nothing more than the greatest show on earth. That's all it is. Okay, great. So anyhow, I'm watching the stupid pre-Grammy horse shit with all the bad fashions. I'm sorry. Do you see what I mean? I'm dealing with it. Everything's cool. Well, what a lot of people that were known people when they came up and were interviewed by the two girls, they said, even though we didn't win tonight, we are honored to be here at this juncture. Okay. So then you're going to watch the Grammys now. And the whole tragedy over what happened to Kobe. There was no tears, it was more anger.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to a ritual, getting people worked up, pissed off, and confused. That's so they can drain their energy. It's called illusion. let's go back to the news that came out about Kobe when they said that everybody went down. Why in the world would everybody just focus on Kobe and his daughter? There's 9 souls on that plane. Okay, but nobody's going to talk about them. They're going to talk about the celebrity.
Until they get pressured into talking about them. It's kind of like a reluctant mention
Yeah,
here and there.
yeah. Now, in the meantime, across the street from the Grammys, they were holding a vigil for his death. Okay, so here's what happened. When I tweeted about it, I did not go along with the party line that other people were chimping out, that it was an actual, just technical accident. I think it was more like somebody cutting the brakes. That thing was
Right.
tampered with.
It had to, in my opinion, yeah, but like it's not just
Right.
a spur of the moment thing.
Right.
It's like something had to have been.
It's a top-notch, badass helicopter. And they went on to describe it in detail, extensive detail. These other people were important too. And there were other people in Kobe's family that died, allegedly. It wasn't just him and his one kid. They don't want to talk about his other kids or about his wife.
Or about his life.
Or about his wife. Now, that goes back to the idea that this is his second marriage. And who's going to inherit this fortune? Will it go into probate? Will it be taken by the first wife? Or is it just a ritual? Because, like I told you, unfortunately, they have a whole damn calendar of sacrifice dates. And that, right there, would be part of the blood rituals. Blow a motherfucker up, let his blood spill out everywhere, and then say, God bless America. So from there, there's a lot of people that are very angry, that are trying to believe that the reason they did this was so everybody would focus on Kobe instead of the fake impeachment, which is a real inquisition. So it's a way to bob and weave and dick around and give somebody so much media that within 2 days nobody would give a rat's ass about Kobe.
Even if it's just a temporary distraction.
Yep. They'll have another false flag for you tomorrow. And in the meantime, what happened at the Grammys, unfortunately, since I am psychic and am a remote viewer and document my experience in while people mock it, which is the fucking worst of the whole thing, is that what this is really doing is making a race war where there is none. So the Grammys, all these new people won. They just so happen to be in your color spectrum, and this is their second year there. They're winning fucking Grammys that most people had a whole damn career. A guy with a lampshade on his head. Men wearing women's fashions.
I've seen that.
Right. Disgusting. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody says. And I don't care if anybody gets pissed at me. It's about an agenda and using people's confusion to fuel the agenda. So, while they try to make all black people hate all white people and make all straight people hate all gay people, it's all a shit show. Get the poor unfortunate souls to take themselves out. And that offends my spirit. So the next time somebody pisses you off, and you want to get them where it hurts, you just look at them real sweet and say, that offends my spirit. They won't know what the fuck to say. Yeah, I started dealing that with people about a decade ago.
And no one ever knew what to say.
They don't know what to say. And you're not lying. Because it really did offend your spirit. But because nobody else ever said it before, well, surely that can't be. That, yeah. See, there's the game. So, in the meantime, we got these bullshit articles. Or real articles. I don't know. But maybe we could douse about it, you think? You think anybody get upset if I ask, may I, can I, should I? I don't think they're gonna. And if they do, the pendulum is going to tell me no.
Right.
Right.
Or it's not a reliable source.
Well, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
No, that's what they
No.
would probably say.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Whatever person is speaking will throw up that bottle of bullshit to try to get a view or to sell a product, kind of like the coronavirus. So now I'm going to give you my inside take on said virus. Let's always remember in the timeline that in 2005, our own government, with two guys objecting in the back that's in the government, saying, you can't do that, dude. And what the guy is saying is, we already did it. We did it without your permission. So what they did is they released a biochemical weapon that they named the God Gene virus on the people of Afghanistan.
And it was a man-made virus.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. And so it's the same thing with the water. Here our dumbasses are in America. Saying, well, the Fukushima water is never going to reach us. We don't have to worry about 800 feet sea serpents or our water being poisoned. And Joe and I were talking and trying to timeline it. And what we came up with is 4 or 5 years before mainstream media said the water from Japan has now made it through the Pacific Ocean and is pulled up in California's backyard. Don't they grow most of our food? And then they set a fire so they can build a light rail. But they didn't really set the fire. It was an EMP weapon. Or it was a volcano underground. You see what I mean? Right, now people can spend the rest of their lifetimes arguing. It's about bringing it to a screeching halt. Whatever it is, and have the courage to face the answer. Because it can be fixed, but it can't be fixed until people deal with it. So people are traumatized about their boo-boo kitty water and their air. Well, here again, for all the time it's going to be known that America released the damn virus. Afghanistan didn't release it on Iran. Iraq didn't have a damn thing to do with it.
It was America.
Yeah, it was us.
They threw the stone and then hit their hand.
Yeah, and then start a war against them to shut them the fuck up. And that's my take on that. So, back to the coronavirus. Let me do my tags with it. We got to go back to Jonas Salk, his research, where he himself wanted to work on viruses. And all the jackasses said, you can't do nothing at all to cure a virus. You stay working on bacteria. Stay there, shut up, and do what we want. And he said, okay, fine. He didn't want to die. He was younger, you know? Now, in the meantime, what he was historically thanked for was vaccinating the troops against influenza in World War One. It was during World War One that he found that the black-skinned people and the people that come from a point of origin at the equator are missing a particular enzyme. That's why they die more. That's why the black troops were dropping like flies.
And is that still relevant today? Is
Yes.
the enzyme?
And what they did in 1969 was they synthesized their first enzyme. And I've studied enzymes extensively. People think I'm just whimsical. That's what one bitch has the nerve to say to me. That's her. She's whimsical. I'm tired of the spell casting and turning around. People that don't even know me tell me what I am. Oh, fuck no. And that's where the judgment is. They are finding out who they are. Their Akasha's being revealed. Huh. Right. I already went through it.
So it's like project much?
Yeah. And they call that remote influencing, which is a terminology and a concept that came out of Cambridge University and tags into the remote viewers.
Mm-hmm.
The remote viewers tag into the Cold War. Spy versus spy, psychic stuff. The control of the mind and whether it will be used as a weapon or a cure. That's all right.
Pull up the video.
Which one?
No, we're doing right now. I just want to see.
Oh, our video that's live right now?
Yeah, I want to see if it would work.
You'll hear me talking and you'll see us, and here we are.
That might make some weird interference, actually.
My videos, fortunately, don't have much interference because the network has them.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people right now that are having continual interference because they are misusing technology and streaming, and they are not allowed to be on YouTube any longer. They lost their fucking rights to stream.
Oh, yeah, shadow banned.
They actually get notifications from YouTube that say your account's been suspended, terminated.
Oh.
You cannot stream for 3 months. You know, there's a lot of different rhetoric out there that is real that they choose to do. The other thing is these adult streamers that are gamers that have kids coming in their sexual chats along with violent video gaming.
Influencing them.
Yep. And that's how they take the kids. And that's what's been going on your whole life. And that's why I say the things I do. I can't help it. And I will say what I want to say. So.
As you should, yeah.
Oh, no. It's too traumatizing. See, I'm the reason why everyone's reality was shattered. Not the traumas that other people gave them. Not the lies that were fed to them, but me. That's how they started this whole thing, creating misinformation, creating a false dossier. Right. Needing a scapegoat. Needing a sacrifice. I mean, it's pretty ignorant. And it all has to tie back to my bloodline. And then from there, we're in a big heated debate. And since I don't know the truth yet, nobody else should be spreading lies. And in the meantime, I should be supported for wanting to find out who I am and where I come from. But oh, fuck, if I get it, then there's other people that are going to get it. They're going to get that information. But wait, there's already been people on Channel 9 that have gone through their big reveal where white people freak out they're black and black people freak out they're white. And oh my God. I mean, this is so much deeper than what people have a clue of. So I want to jump back to the light side. before we play the video,
Okay.
because I want to play the fucked up video. All right, so running a hair shop, there was a time where we had 20 or 30 mainstream magazines, and some people wanted Glamour, and some people want the Inquirer, and some people want Newsweek. As the implosion happened, I just stuck with one magazine, which is simply the Inquirer. That's the one everybody wants. They're going to get their fashion, their gossip, and their stupid news, all in one magazine for $5 that they can sit while they're at the hair shop. So I always say, did you get any good gossip today? And then they'll tell me. And that's how it's worked since I was 21 years old. But in the meantime, we have a recent Inquirer from January 6th. We should probably tag real quick that I didn't even have a birthday party for the Elvi this year. And his alleged date of birth is January 8th. But this is January 6th edition. And so we have 50 celebrity predictions for 2020. And I was thinking we could look at one of them, like while the video's on.
Okay.
We'll find one that we know that we believe is full of shit. And then we'll find one that we believe is true. So what you're going to do while the video plays is you're going to put your initials by one that you believe and one that you don't. And then I'll come in on top of you and I'll pick out one I believe and one I don't. Unless I feel very, very, very strongly, I will connect with yours.
Okay.
Because it'd be nice to have two different people's opinion. But if I side with you, sure as shit, and I say, this is the one I want the same one she wants. That's just confirming a strength or a feeling.
Okay.
Okay. So Erin's going to look at the 50 celebrity predictions for 2020. And the picture that we see is Faith Hill, Matt Lauer, Paul McCartney, and Kim Kardashian. Joe drew on their faces. And so the cover of the National Enquirer for the week of January 6th, you can see that Joe drew on the Royals. Hey, Erin, let me ask you a question. Did you believe ever, and it's okay if you did, most people do, did you ever believe that Harry was Charles's son?
I'm not even into that, so I wouldn't even, because I try not
Honest
to focus
answer.
on them. Yeah.
That's because they're full of shit. I'm not saying that these are bad people. I'm saying their story is full of shit. That does not make them bad people.
What I do think. I think Princess Diana was killed.
Yes, and she was.
intentionally.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's exactly right. So in this story, see, Harry isn't really Charles's son. Diana had a secret affair. I don't blame her. Fucking fuddly uptight husband. Fuck that. Give me the fiery redhead with a little action, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So as they move out of this story, well, nobody likes Charles.
Right.
The son of the queen. They're going to call her the lizard queen. That's where we get into the whole thing with hemophilia, blood type, blood sacrifice, and the whole alternative side of what's going on in this hierarchy. And the headline is Andrew's Drunken Brawl with William and Kate. All right. Paper, homework. Then I do have one that's older from December 23rd, 2019. And it's Garth Brooks's kidnapping tour. Hello. She might want to be. Maybe yes, maybe no. Yeah, they're working on the house next door. Yeah. What a mysterious house. They got a Fannie Mae house bought for 58 grand, and you'd think the king of rock and roll was moving in his own self. They put in new granite countertops, they put in a new kitchen. They have been doing nonstop work. And let me document this in real quick. Yesterday, the two dudes pull up and they proceed to mow the grass. What do you think about somebody mowing the grass at the end of January?
So unusual.
There's no damn grass, it's mud. I'm like, oh shit. They were mowing the grass. What they were really doing was mulching the leaves that they left on the curb when they blew everything out of the yard. So they're coming back 3 weeks later, mulching wet leaves and blowing them out on the street. Thanks, Fannie Mae. Okay. So the magazine I picked up yesterday is Gazelle Dumps Tom. Tom Brady is one of my interests, of course, because remember when the Super Bowl got hacked, I got the pictures of Tom Brady that came to my phone with meteors.
Yeah.
And the long mouth kiss with his kid. In this magazine, they're going to show you the long kiss kid with the kiss with his own damn son. Oh, yeah, that's why she's leaving him. See, that's how the story builds. Now, I'm not saying he is or isn't. I'm saying this was orchestrated with him, no different than what was orchestrated with me. A whole setup that I knew nothing about. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty, but what's he got? What's he got on? What's he wearing? And it's a V-neck, so it's not his jail outfit, is it?
It's a coincidence.
Oh, now this is all coincidence. Isn't this funny? And so we know how we can learn how Meghan and Harry are going to make their $50 million. And Cameron still wants to have a kid so bad she can't stand it. And Chloe and Tristan are once again back together. These are called stage wives. I'm not saying they don't get down. You know what I mean? I'm saying the marriage was arranged for other reasons than their love. Okay, so now I'm going to pull up this wackadoo video, Erin. They all came after me once spirituality and politics hit, and then they want to do readings on me. So I got my old buddy Robert Phoenix, who is definitely fractured. I used to care about him, trust him, and never thought he had an agenda to want to hurt me. And then it flipped. And all his new people are from Channer's cult. Okay, fine. Hey, Ian, just say hello.
Hello.
Hang up. All right. So this is a 9-minute and 37-second video. You're going to see Chris Keller and what he said to me. And what's really terrifying in this, Erin, is there's another girl that's going to get her reading next, and she winds up coming into the stream, and they get total distortion. So it looks like a specter, a boogeyman, a monster. Take it whatever you want. It was this crazy looking woman that wound up coming on during my reading, and shit went even weirder than it was before. So we go back 3 years ago. This has seen 148 views because it's irrelevant. Never forget, everything I bring is irrelevant and stupid. I make this shit up for entertainment. That's what people have to say. That's how ignorant people are.
Yes, I would love to.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Suze Pratt.
Oh, wait, this is Robert Phoenix.
How you doing,
Oh,
Robert?
no, Robert, I don't want you. So in the meantime, Robert brings up his little friend to tell me how much money I'm going to get. Well, let's talk about how much money these very people stole from me with their e-bagging, stealing my intellectual property, having classes on cloned pages of mine. Oh, and yeah, my tax gal knows all about it. So anybody tries to file my taxes and use my name or say that I owe anybody money, my girl's ready to represent me in a fucking audit. These people are stupid. All right. Gotta go, guys. Be right back. All right. So this is the one I thought it was. Suze gets a reading, and that is not it. So we want to click back one. And where am I getting this reading at? Because here again, we're back a long time ago.
I'm gonna use
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. By the time I find it, you'll be back and you'll be watching a reading with Chris Keller. I just have to find it. Let's do a song real quick.
Knock me off of my feet, love. I think it's time for me to start walking again. Start running away from here. Next time you see me, I will be singing a new song. I am learning to shine on. Shine on, shine on. There'll be time enough for darkness when everything's done. Shine on, shine on. There is work to be done in the dark before dawn.
One day I'm going to do some business. Some honest business.
It's been hard. It's been hard not to give in. And it ain't easy living in hard times. I know it's weighing on your mind. Next time you see me, I'll be uplifting. Yes, I will give you hope. I am learning as I go. Shine on, shine on, shine on. There'll be time enough for darkness when everything's gone. Shine on, shine on. There is work to be done in the dark before dawn.
This is from Molly's Rebirth and the Earth Ceremony, and she sings Shine On. I just thought that I would play that while you're up in the bathroom, so I didn't start that video without you. You can see this whole series as Molly's show. And then, of course, right before that, over 3 years ago, we have Ignoring Abandoned Properties, 20 Royal Avenue. So when a banker comes to you and says, why should I believe you that this house has been sitting vacant for 3 years? That would be why. All right. Oh, look, Pendulum, Dowsing, and you.
I'll be back.
Okay, honey. Long time ago. Now let's find this video where I am read by these professionals. Because see why they all got pissed off is from this story of mine, which is true, that I've always been told by psychics and seers that they cannot read me. Well, they all get pissed and they say, oh, I'll read that bitch. I'll say whatever the hell I want. And it's like, okay, fools, enter the trap. You know, do what you got to do. Where the hell is Chris Keller? So this, you've never seen this. This is June 16th, 2016, so I got to go higher. Yeah. Master of Disguise, Secret Agent at Molly's Farm in Ferguson. Pretty fucking good, huh?
Yeah.
This is me making e-movies. Or, I mean, the movie that comes on the computer that was hacked and compromised, so I can't make movies anymore. Showing one of his walking sticks. It's pretty funny, huh? Thank you. I did it all myself. Oh, I'm fucking computer illiterate. Are you kidding me? They think I'm an idiot. Okay. I think they were trying to hide something else. So, if that's 2016 and Molly's 2016, and I don't get hit in the face from my friends till 2017, and then we come into Mel and all her bullshit. I was invited on after I quit. I documented me leaving during these videos. And they want to say they fired me. Are you fucking stupid? From a fake YouTube channel where my dumb ass gave them my banking information so I could give them my donation to broadcast through their channel. And that's how all this crap started. And that's why nobody can stream anymore, because they were all using my damn router. Fuckers. Okay. Calm down, Suze. It's not really about that. Oh, here it is. A quantum healing testimony. See this one right here? All right, so that's what I need so everybody can watch it with us. Because that would be really selfish. All right, so it's a quantum healing testimony. I've done over 600 videos. They stole about 45. A quantum healing testimony. 15 minutes, 16 seconds.
See your ear.
He's been shaking it a lot, but it doesn't really like totally reek.
Did my girl come by this morning?
Who is your girl?
Right, little Oriental.
No, I don't even know her. What would I have said to her?
Thank you.
Oh,
She's a vet.
no, I did not.
Practices in Texas, and she was going to bring me some stuff. She's like, "Oh, your boy, he unhappy, huh?" And I was like, "What?" She goes, "You big dog, he unhappy. What's wrong with him?"
Aw.
And I was like, "How do you know he's unhappy?" He shake his head a lot. Let me see.
And she's an intuitive.
And then she fucking
Healer.
looked in his ear, and she's like, "Oh, I'll get you medicine to put into his mouth." She was like,
How sweet.
And she told me I'd bring it back by an hour and a half. I
No,
waited this
I
morning.
didn't meet her today.
Take it, but-
I did not meet her.
All right. Leave it. Come on.
This is Off Planet with Randy Moggins and Emily Moyer. Hey, you move. You watch.
Namaste. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to turn my camera on.
Randy's who brought me into this shit show.
Over here.
Took me on CCN and left me there. But he needed for me to do my job. That's Chris
saw
Teller,
your
the guy I
child
bought the
first
rings
day of
from.
school today.
And the dark-haired girl was Emily
And of
Moore.
course, I've raised 3 children, so I feel your joy and your pain, Chris.
Yesterday, he rode his 2-wheel bike on his own for the first time. He came up to me as some friends are riding without training wheels. He says, Daddy, can you take off my training wheels? I said, sure. He got on and started riding.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. What do you want to work on today, my dear?
What do I want to work on today?
Okay, Chris. So I would be the child of parents that were manipulated by the MK Ultra program on both sides of my lineage. And from what I understand, my mom was more of a transcendental medium. I always knew her as a split personality. And my father was born to a negative blood mother. So he was born with not only physical small birth defects, but also emotional. And so the beautiful thing is that since I've come online with everybody,
I trusted these people.
hidden history of my family
And they set you up with
Yeah,
has come
yeah,
forward.
all these
And
alternative media fucks.
I have to tell you that from where I sit,
Yep.
I know that all my kin is involved in this, and that they've been sending a lot of love and a lot of energy. And say, for example, my grandfather on my maternal side
No, I got
was
yeah,
the
yeah,
managing
yeah.
editor of the Custer Combat Tier, which was an offshoot of the Stars and Stripes.
And that's how I doxed my mother's maiden. And they used it.
With his wife when my mom was born. And he was actually, like I said, the secretary for all these big shits. And he was too old to have to kill anybody. He had secretarial skills. And he just hoped that his story would get told,
I don't
which,
know if you've ever seen them,
of
Erin.
course, comes to the continuation of purpose. He was a scribe.
And he
I'm a
does this
scribe.
paper.
I have a job to do. And I know in other lifetimes, the offenses that came out of my mouth, I'm sure, were countless. And that's why I try to
Try so
put
hard.
everything in the best verbiage that I can and
And they mock it.
radiate the love and the light and everything. But I'm in the major battle with this, and that's what I'm here to do. So, as far as on a genetic level, whether you look at it from a Western medicine standpoint of redheads having a genetic jaw mutation,
Right. Redheads
or if we go
always
back
have
to
jaw
the MK
problems.
Ultra, my earliest memory was my parents shoving me in a box
And that's true.
to sneak
All
me
my
into a
shit
car
is
show.
verified.
Just to save money. And I've already told Randy the summer before I started kindergarten, I was almost shot at Scott Air Force Base. My mom and dad left me with a general's wife, a Chinese woman that couldn't speak English. And I did the old story where you close your eyes and you spin around 3 times and you start walking. And I was going through a field of tall grass. And I was scared. And then when I came to the clearing, where I was behind the targets, behind the berm. And, they say ready on the left, ready on the right, ready on the firing line. And when they went to turn the targets, someone saw that I was back there. I guess the red hair kind of hit them to it, And, of course, the memory was that my father came running out on the field, yelling at me, telling me what a bad girl I was. Now, I've been working through my timelines and my life charts now for years, and I never did have a problem unconditionally and understanding the whole entire saga from where I was at
But
along the
not
road.
allowing myself
But
to
say
trust them.
the last few years of my dad's life, you know, I had to spend time with him, Chris, and explain to him that I wasn't a bad girl.
It's just the love for
They
your
shouldn't have
parents.
left me alone with a woman that couldn't take care of me.
Right.
So my dad has now crossed over.
And that's what people need
Him
to
and my
talk
mom
about.
both passed within
But
3 months of each
I
other
wasn't
in
going to bring if they need
May of
a younger
2010.
girl
But
or a male.
my dad has visited Joe, who is my twin flame soulmate that I'm with.
Now I
And
didn't got in
he
trouble
was a cop.
because
And,
I got
you know, he tells
living
Joe that
soulmate.
he's so glad that
And
he's
I've got these dead
on the
ghost
other
guys
side
talking
watching
to me.
because he doesn't understand what's going on. So if I can pull my job off, Chris, besides
Right.
everyone's alleviation
I
of
want it.
suffering that's still in the
Complete
physical,
admission. And so
the
now this
message
man
that I
is going to
received
leave.
is
Oh yeah.
that the astral is calling for that too.
I already did some dowsing. The first thing we're going to do is work in your consciousness. We're going to remove archons out of your consciousness. Okay, so that way you can, your free will, your consciousness can go beyond what's going on here. Okay, so you can get there.
I've got my shungite. I'm ready to go.
All right, here we go, Dylan. Okay, within Sue's consciousness.
This is a Vesica
And the
Pisces.
consciousness
This is what he
archons
decided to name. I'm a Pisces.
cast
That's a
out
woman's
all
word.
archons from Sue's consciousness. Send them
Right.
to ether.
Little metal, little crystal.
Consciousness, all levels of consciousness.
He's pointing this at his TV screen at me.
Archons.
I know that you don't need to be right one-on-one with somebody.
Okay, quite a few in
So
there.
I'm going to trust him, right?
Archons
Right.
are leaving. There they go. Okay, let me know if you feel a bit of upliftment. Now, Sue's consciousness, true. Consciousness, true.
Now you're into all this. You see what I mean?
That is not coming back in. Your consciousness is now your own. Okay,
That was easy.
problem. Now,
Poof.
work on within Sue's.
But my consciousness was my own before I came on his show.
Problem is,
He's taking credit for it.
is within her, in the astral body, going to
He's
remove.
dowsing with a pendulum. I've never seen anybody bob and weave like that when they douse. Because like I told you, you gotta be still. It's directly against what I know to be true. But he can do his own way, right?
Body of your father.
Right. I'm not telling him he's wrong. But you got to see it with your own eyes.
Within her astral body.
That is my
Okay, so the body of your father,
Addison.
the energy of your father is in quarantine in your astral body. Does that resonate?
Yes,
Shall we truly send it over?
My mom's dead.
please.
The energy, the body of Sue's father, sanctuary, truth. Send it
This was hidden.
into sanctuary.
This was in a bank vault
The body of Sue's
until my grandmother,
father,
before her talk.
astral body,
Yeah, and that's
guide it into
my
sanctuary.
mom and dad.
Sanctuary,
My dad wasn't in his home anymore. My brother had already robbed it.
sanctuary,
Joe went in there, which he was uncomfortable
truly going over.
for. Right.
Sue's astral body, true. Astral body, true. Beautiful. That was nice. That was very peaceful. How's that feeling over there, my dear?
Wonderful.
And
Okay.
I'm
So the
actually
next shift out of that, I can see.
open.
This is where I get. This is where I get.
Now this is where they're
bikers crying on my floor of my house. Goodness.
Was he really trying to help?
Are you ready
Was
for
he
the
just trying
next
to tell
step?
me something?
Absolutely.
Was he just wanting to get views on TV? I don't know.
What problem do we now need to work
Right.
on?
What do they want with me?
And is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, astral soul is
He wanted me to meet him.
Astral soul.
Yeah, he wanted me to agree with him. Yeah. I mean, just what you said. I said it different. I'm an open person.
Astral soul. Okay, we're gonna get a reptilian out of there. The astral soul is actually known as the soul of souls. Here we go. Then Sue's astral soul. Soul of souls, reptilian falls. Cast out any and all Draco reptilians from Sue's
This
astral
goes back
soul.
to
Send it
the
directly to
blood
ether.
stress
Astral
release
soul.
and health.
Draco reptilians, all
They talk about it
reptilians,
which reptile controls your bloodline.
cuddle cords and connections.
And a blood type
Sue's astral soul.
is not the
All
reptilian
Draco
blood type.
reptilians, all reptilians, send them to ether.
So when you are doing any kind of work,
There he goes.
let's say you want to remove
Bye-bye. You
the spirit off the brother. You know what I'm saying? Where do you send it to? That it won't
Yeah,
hurt
I feel
anyone.
really good.
He says you send it to the ether.
Sue's astral soul, source,
I say you return it back to the God had to take care of it. You know what I mean?
source,
It's
true.
not that difficult.
Source, true.
I
And
have
it
a different
connected
belief.
directly to source. Beautiful. There it is. That's going to change a lot of things within your whole outlook on everything. Tomorrow is going to be a different
This
day.
was so long.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's do one more. My problem.
And
Now you
my
put a
mind
problem
is
in the
set.
shoes, please.
it was the same as it is now, and I still trust is easy. But I won't trust them easy.
Our comments are
You see what I mean?
her.
And even if I say, look, it was all a big
Right?
gig just to
Sue's
get you to do
entire
it.
physical body,
We are
our comments. Oh.
Well, that's great. But don't think I'm going to
Cast
hang
out
out
all
with you.
archons from Susan's entire physical body, send them to ether. Susan's entire physical
And that's why
body,
they're all my other
archons,
characters to speak for me, because I won't be interviewed by them.
cast
And I keep
out
telling these
all
fuckers,
archons.
you come on my channel.
Say goodbye to
Let me
that
interview
archon.
you. There's that girl. So see the girl pops in with the weird face and the big tits. And then they're all going to freak out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is not that sucker did not leave quietly.
Now, Randy knew there was another girl coming on. It wasn't an entity or my dad.
Wow, I felt that too.
I bet you did. And he never recovered.
I feel really blessed. That was really intense. I was
That's
feeling,
Emily.
I was feeling all of that. Like I
I
was.
like to rave and go underground
Yeah,
clubs.
now anybody else who's listening or watching
And
right
Mark's
now,
all
podcast or not, live or
And she's the
podcast,
one that's possessed
gonna feel it.
or puppeted.
Gonna feel it. Okay, let's-
I have no
one more
respect
Sue,
for
one
Emily
more. What
at all.
problem now for Sue?
No, go ahead. Because this is almost done. And I'll just go on with my own self. All right. I'm glad you got to see it.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, we're done with you. We don't want to go any further than that. We don't want to knock you on your back.
Can I show you what I just picked up?
Please.
and you got your pendulum picked out, right?
This is a stone that
And you have a
manifested in the yard.
Clear quartz. Lovely.
Um,
I
I'm
approve.
sure I know what this is and what the purpose of it is. And I'll show you
No, you're
another
welcome.
witness. That scarab manifested in 2007 on this incense burner after I worked with a metaphysician. And
There was a
of
watcher.
course, one of the messages that I've been bringing since I came online was the message of rejuvenation and transformation and everlasting life.
The meaning of the sacred scarab.
Yes, it is. Amen. Let it be so.
Keep in touch with you.
Thank you, Suze.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So now we're gonna go to.
Yes, yes, yes. I do know how to make an iMovie. No, no, no. I can't do it anymore. because of the tampering with my equipment. And it's all a big crock of shit. But hey, I'm not in as much trouble as most people. I'm blessed to be allowed to stream because I'm not a liar. I'm not trying to manipulate others. They brought me on to catch the deceit. And I walked right into it because I trust. And that's all good because I'm never going to change my ways. And it's like I explained about the Elvi phenomena or the impeachment or any of this shit. Any day is a good day to die if you're serving a cause. But to be somebody's sacrifice and lay down and let other people jack off as it's going on, it's never going to happen. I have a piece of paper here, which is out of one of the Steiner books, and it meant so much to me at the time. I mean, why would I even copy that? I've got the book upstairs, but I did. And so I want to go ahead and read it to you. And I want to show you what I underlined so many years ago. Right there. And then I'm going to get off the phone. And I'll be back later, I think. All right. Allegorical expressions of the far greater beauty human beings perceived with spiritual eyes. An artist of those ancient times described his work with the feeling, nuance we have today, which have said, when the spirit reveals to me its beauty, but I can bring only a weak reflection of it to expression in my clay or wood or other media. Artists in those days were people who beheld the spiritual in all its beauty and passed on their vision in sense perceptible form to others who could not behold it for themselves. These latter were convinced that when an artist embodied what he had spiritually in his symbological or allegorical forms, these forms enabled them to find their way into the world beyond the earth, a world that a person had to enter to experience his full dignity as a human being. This relationship to the divine spiritual was so immediate, so real, so concrete, that people felt that the thoughts they had were a gift of the gods, who were as present to them as their fellow men. They expressed it thus: when I talk with human beings, we speak words that sound on the air. When I talk with the gods, they tell me thoughts that I hear only inside me. Words expressed in sounds are human words. Words expressed in thoughts are communications from the gods. Tag telepathy. When human beings had thoughts, they did not believe them to be the products of their own soul activity. This is the underlined part. They believed that they were hearing thoughts whispered to them by divinities. When they perceived with their ears, they said they heard people. When they heard with their souls, when their perception was of thoughts, they said they heard spiritual beings. Knowledge that lived in idea form was thus communications from divine sources in the experiencing of ancient peoples, perception of the Logos as it spoke directly through the gods to men. We can say then that men's beholding of the gods became the inner life of the religious idea. And so with that, before I leave, let me just do my little security check, because you never know what might be going on when others think I'm busy. That's always a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Okay. Go to my search. Hit the first button. Not him, but oh my gosh. I knew exactly what CW Stupid was talking about in his 13-minute, 23-second video streamed 2 days ago that's seen 907 views, called Video Response to Jordan Sather. Now, let's not forget, Jordan Sather is a young man before his crisis years. I mean, I don't know if he's 30, 35, 27. I don't know. I don't care, you know? But he's going to be the one that they say that he said for people with cancer to drink bleach. That's the most stupidest crock of shit I have ever heard in my life, but I got a feeling I know where it comes from. So, peroxide. Think about peroxide. You can buy different strengths of it. Some people use it topically on their skin, like if they have a blemish breakout. Other people actually imbibe it. So, there's a big difference between bleach and peroxide, I can tell you that, as a board certified bitch. ABCH. American Board of Certified Hair Colorists. Yes, I do have a PhD in hair color and psychology and everything that has to do with working on humans. But no, I didn't get it at a university. Are you stupid? That's my self-education, right? Just like whatever field any of y'all are in. So, let's talk about what ammonia is. Let's talk about what bleach is. Well, they're all different percentages of ammonia gas with water. So you see how technically telling somebody to drink bleach by a loophole given by some jackass wannabe lawyer isn't only misleading the witness, but it's making everybody else stupider. And in the meantime, when we're talking about stupid, is synthesizing an enzyme in 1969 and documenting the truth that they were angered and stupefied because they couldn't tell how the enzyme worked. And enzymes are the keys to life. Digestive enzymes. Enzymes used in every business on this earth. And when they synthesized it and turned it into a monster, well, from there it polluted all the water because the enzyme catalyzed the phosphate. All enzymes, all of them by definition, are high speed, gentle, protein catalyst that not only blend with the substrate, which would be like A and B equals C. So they blend with the mixture, but they're so miraculous that they keep their own identical. I'm sorry, not identical. They keep their own blueprint, like DNA, is what I was trying to share with you guys. So it's amazing they can do both, and they do it faster, safer, and gentler. So when they doctored up the detergents with their new enzymes and they kept the phosphates in there and it ran down the sewer drain and into the lake and into the river, all of a sudden there was green algae everywhere and the fish couldn't live and the waters were polluted. So enzymes became the devil. But isn't it funny that now all you see is phosphate-free detergent. Or even better, no sodium lauryl sulfate in a shampoo. That's a lathering agent. You know, it's like the pendulum. One stupid thing happens while the pendulum's way over here. And everybody goes, rah, 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 rah. And then the pendulum swings way over here. Tag all your political titles. Far left, right, high, low, whatever. You get the point. So people react to these extreme swings in culture, politics, religion, sexuality, whatever. And if you have children at the helm, like we do in government now, where you got these women in their late 20s and early 30s talking shit, or a boy in a dress wanting to be a man. I got no problem with these people, but they got no problem speaking for we the people. That's the point. So, is there anything else I want to say? I was looking for bad guys. And of course, CW Dum Dum isn't around because he's not able to stream legally on YouTube anymore. Thus, after Kelly got busted doing the Jimmy rigging wherever they are, well, she hasn't done a decent stream yet either. And the more I look around, the streams are worse and worse. And that's not because they don't have a decent computer or a phone. Next up, Mr. Corona. I should do a whole different talk on the coronavirus. And here's all I've said as I've tweeted it out. Any flu, any cold, let's look at the amelioration of symptoms. That means how you react. So, with a flu, especially, you not only get inflammation of the lungs, but you get major liquid. You know, the mucus and the phlegm and the spit and the shit. So, in the tissue salt homeopathy that we discuss on this channel, that would be number 4, ferrum phosphate, also known as fer-phos. And its technical name is iron phosphate. You can find it on the element table. This was the standard medicament during the plagues and the outbreaks. It became a lettered law in 1750 or 1757, the theory of Virchow. From there, it's very simple. It doesn't interfere with any meds, any essential oils, or any religious beliefs. It's cellular nutrition for your body. Keeps you working. So, in 1929, they outlaw it in the hospitals, and the physicians that have license to practice there are no longer allowed the courtesy of using the proven healing method. A lot of them said, fuck you and blow me sideways and have a nice day. And just did what they had always done, which was the doctor that traveled to the home and was the family physician. Well, these guys, I mean, they were close to retirement anyhow. That would be exactly what I would have done if I were a doctor in 1929 in the free country of the United Flippin' States. I would have said, you know what? I'm out of here. And I'll service my clients the way I choose. And they left. So don't blame your doctors these days. This knowledge was hidden, just like what was hidden to all of us. So we now have 3 generations of physicians that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to the Schlesinger Cell salts? You're kidding. Really? Manufactured starting in St. Louis in 1858? And a mysterious fire burnt down the factory? And now they're located in California. I mean, these days, a bottle of 850 costs you $8.99. If you get the coronavirus flu, you would immediately, from the time of the fever, because it will also heal that fever, you would take 4 or 5 of these little pills every 15 minutes for the first 2 hours. That's an acute dosage. That is emergency Will Robinson. My baby is going to die. Big deal. They also have 12 others. Well, the original was 12 cell salts, including Fairfoss. But if you got the coronavirus flu, you would also want silica. Silica is a cleanser. It would help you to cough up the phlegm. Let's say that you said, fuck you. I don't want to. I'm not going to do it because I don't believe it. Well, the next thing you know, you start coughing up yellow. That's where the infection gets to be in the lungs. Green is really bad. Green is after yellow. And we have a sulf and a phos, a sulfate and a phosphate, number 5 and number 7 on the chart. I did hand-drawn charts that everybody's stolen, so I guess if you can find that dossier, you could look it up for yourself. In the meantime, if I say it wrong or spell it wrong, you know somebody's going to say I'm full of shit. I don't get infections with yellow and green shit because I take the Fairfoss and the silica. They also have bioplasma, which is a combination of all the salts, all 12, and that would be a general tonic. So, as long as you know what's wrong with you, you can save you. And in the meantime, you know, a lot of the conspiracy theorist people are here again leading you all wrong and tagging Corona to something other than, my friend, the web bot that I called out as being that, which is Omar Corona, aka my old friend Biggie. But hey, why listen to my dumbass? Oh, geez. Ben Quint just kicked up Burning Love. You gotta love things like this. Ben Quint has always done all of his stuff in black and white. Top of the thing right there. So there's him and Ann with Hellfire burning behind him. And then we got the black and white Elvis on the motorcycle. Tag time travel. Vinny's not streaming either. I know Silly's already talked today. Ms. Wonderful, what a tragic mess. She's already gotten money from some people today. And her newest video is day 28. How you react tells me everything. That's Mel V. All these so-called spies or devil agents are just fragmented personas that are voice actors that play different roles on the internet. And doesn't that suck? In the meantime, any free TV you get's already on a video gaming format, and they play kick-ass movies. And I'm not saying all video games are bad. Give me a break. But what I did do was have a very adverse reaction to them from the time that my middle child was getting addicted. And my son's been hooked his whole life, along with his girlfriend. Okay. Totally Tucker ain't saying shit. He's still hiding. Supposedly, somebody that got him busted bankrupted the same $20 he's been passing around Boyd forever. You better tag all this e-begging and scamming horse shit. And the stealing of my social security number, my identity, my name, the house address, any other thing, including my bank accounts, just for entertainment. Yeah, they knew the whole time, but during the Inquisition, what could they do? And every day I work this weekend, you're seeing playing out in the headlines for these horseshit politics. You really ought to keep up with Jimmy Dore at this point. Jimmy Dore, Jimmy Fallon, Joe Rogan, and that nice little guy, I can't remember his name yet. He's on at 11:30 p.m. Shorter blonde hair from Europe. And oh my God, if I forget to say this woman, she will have my ass in a sling because they can all hear me. I talk back to them. You know, Channer says I talk to myself on the computer. What a jackass. That nobody thinks that the TV can actually watch you if it wants. Yeah, that technology's there. Go to any good war movie. Go to anything, and you'll see all the different TVs with all the different pictures of all the people. Now, if I was insignificant, I would believe that they couldn't hear me. But if they asked me to document my experience, if they can't hear me, then they're fucking stupid and retarded and deaf. And that's what's going on behind the scenes. And like I said, really irrelevant if I'm ever popular for bringing the things that shattered anybody's reality. I just came with love and open arms and wanted to help and give out all my wisdom, kind of like the homeopathy or the castor oil or the dowsing. I don't want to waste my time tracking down bad guys. I got a bigger life to lead. Oh, but in the meantime, I'm not supposed to meet my destiny on my fucking Saturn return? DeFango. You gotta love DeFango. He walks between both worlds. Now, one day ago, he streamed a virus. Oh, whoa! Whoa! One day ago, he streamed a video with the title that says, Coronavirus Umbrella, Corporation Lied. This dumbass knows about the corporation that lied back in 2005 that released the God gene virus on the people of Afghanistan. The United States released it. I'm really sorry. That does not make me some kind of bad person that doesn't support my country. That makes me what they talk about in the stupid constitution that they all believe in that says, hey, we the people. When you see this popping off and you're facing imminent destruction, we'd appreciate it if you fucking speak up. And that's all I did. Oh, I call him DeFango, but you want to look him up as the elusive man. And that would be small I, small l, the number 1, USIVEMAN. He hears me. Him and I, we're as cool as can be expected. He's the guy that actually spoke the words about the prices on the hit list. Now, I knew that I came here to be crucified. I didn't know it was an inquisition. I knew I was protected, I believe, by a divine creator. And in the meantime, I'm supposed to not believe in God because there are humans behaving like Legion, which is 1,000 on a head of a pin, attacking me all at once. And they do that, so I'll lose faith. I think they lost faith incarnations ago. I came into this life with faith. They say that comes from my other incarnations in my one life known as Suz. Terry Joyce. What a pain in my ass. Now, here's a new one, and I won't stream her stuff because that's her creative content. She's a comedian. She's an alternative media gal that got in a fight with Randy Moggins, but they play buddies on Totally Tucker. She's got more than one voice. Soft porn actress, mocking sexuality, and being the Hollywood hemptress. Well, for anybody that knows, hemp ain't gonna get you high now, is it? Mean what you say what you mean. Don't be embarrassed that you smoke marijuana. Ask the alcoholics what's up their ass. I didn't go attacking any boozers. All I said was, don't drink a bunch of alcohol and play Ouija board because you're entertaining spirits. There's always spirits around you. There are spirits inside of you as well. I guess that's the big boogie boogie alien disclosure. I mean, these people are whacked. But I will watch this hour and 8-minute long new video called Backstage Pass, Red Pill Nightmare. Hey, wait, the alternative media. We're supposed to be the pros at getting over being lied to. I hope you see the agenda. Impeachment live my ass. Oh, what about someone that really struggles? What about somebody that's so angry and has admitted it and has been altered with volatile substances like alcohol or pills? Marijuana is not a volatile substance, y'all. God put it here on the earth. And I'll smoke any under the table and talk more intelligently as well. Marijuana doesn't behave the same way in everybody. And no, I'm not high right now. So, even the network knows that you get the same Suze, aka Suz, whether I've imbibed or not. And this is what's behind decriminalization going on with marijuana right now. Because once you find a test dummy that ain't so dumb, well, now you got to address it because marijuana was never a narcotic. What kind of stupid is going on here, right? Oh, yeah, it's that God gene virus and that worm from Pink Floyd that's gonna do rotten things to you. And don't forget Hulu, because what it does is it liquefies your brain to a gelatinous matter so they can suck it out with a straw, remember? That's all media. So anyhow, poor Zen, who runs the Unspirituality channel, he battles because he knows that I'm not full of shit. But because he's a butt plug, he'll call me full of shit when he's with his men friends. But when I talk to him, he can hear me. He works a video gaming format as well. Whoever Leo Gura is, he woke up again and he is cringing. Something has happened. It's really funny when somebody allows himself to be used as a token. And that's no other than a fellow Mary Jane supporter, Paranormal Jiggy Hood. I mean, they basically told me to get the fuck out of their comments section, and I was just saying something nice. This is how I'm treated everywhere I go. I mean, you got these people removing comments that are not even cruel and would fit within a community standard. That's how scared they are. Boy, another pissed off soul. Stephen Cambion. I mean, if you think these are their real names, give me a break. And this isn't doxing anybody. This is me going over my nighttime. And this dude is angry as hell. But he's given that up. I mean, he's not going to clop you in the head anymore. He's just going to scream at you. Zen and Silly Steve were two of the people that branched out off the CW chat. No different than the comment I put publicly today about Leestat and why everybody's giving him a hard way to go. Well, he defected from Club Channelot. But what CW did with his Commonwealth chanting is send his disciples out across the land to start their own YouTube channels with his blessing. I thought that all these bitches got their YouTube channel for free, but never forget that's not true. This all goes back to Mel at Conscious Consumer Network because she runs the internet. Okay. Well, her fake husband at the time, Biggie, he thought he ran it. So this little war began the way I see it because they had a job and I was recruited in. Biggie was building my website and he was going to be the man to teach me about the computer and give me my education. But once Mel pulled her game and I left in the middle of the night and he called me upset because I had left and he didn't know. Well, then my website was ripped apart and I get it. I get it. I'm just trying to explain what's happened here on YouTube. And then when it's restructured, nobody's going to be crying. Because this leg of the story was built on information that I put in that no one else had ever put in. Randy Morgan says Creative Commons instead of intellectual property. Well, he's also the one that said that I was being accused when I came online in 2014 for being a data hacker. How could I have done it? Who set up a lot of the false accounts? My friends that were here local that came to help me online. I do have a handwriting sample of one. Oh, yeah. And I got introduced to her the other day through another streamer that was listening to her, and I said, son of a bitch. I know exactly who that is. And I didn't know by the voice, and I didn't see the face. But you always know a group of deviants that want to have an orgy with you. And you're saying, hey, dude, I'm heterosexual. And you ain't giving it to me in the ass. And hey, you bitch, Don't strap that dildo on and walk towards me. We'll bring her name up another day. The Akasha already knows. See, it doesn't matter who finds out in here. This has already gone around the globe. I can't believe people build a god to technology and then mock it and say, well, the technology isn't smart enough to do that. And then I gotta say, no, douchebag. It is. But your computer might be retarded because it can only comprehend what said owner of computer can comprehend. Want to talk about a prejudiced, ignorant woman with an agenda? Well, she's not live right now either. But her last two shows have been all about Kobe Bryant. Tag Kobe. And this is where it really gets ugly. That all the black people at the Grammys that put on their little act, and it wasn't even the real Grammys, by the way. It was a video game format of a terrible agenda. You know when you turn on your own brother, right? Black on black hate crime, white on white. That's what we're here to talk about again. And I am so tired because ever since 1979, I've been asking one question I can't get answered. What about the cookie babies? And the cookie babies are all the mixed colors and homelands. I mean, I come from a pretty fucking pasty white background. What about these other people? And then let's go back to Bulworth, which is now come to find I found today when I was showing Erin Bulworth. It's all been turned into a video game. Do a search on Bulworth, Bulworth. It's been kept alive in perpetuality, or whatever they say, forever. It teaches the lesson of the movie. I guess I'm not playing the video game. It's fascinating how it all went from movie video clips to this AI. Let's just call it like that. And you know what? It's 5:53 and I'm done. Nobody's live streaming right now. I'm glad for anybody that sits through this education and enjoys it. And for now, all I can do is say peace out from Sophia's Emporium. And we'll talk soon. Thanks.